but he also made it illegal for them to chain women to the bed during their childbirth. This white man that they told me was a racist, they told me he hated black people. So not only did he just sign one of the most historic forms of criminal justice reform legislation to ever hit this nation, overturning the '94 crime bill that massively incarcerated black America, freeing nearly 20,000 people to this day. The First Step Act. I sat in the Oval Office with a lot of criminal justice reform advocates. I saw Kim Kardashian on the front page taking her pictures. I saw Alice Johnson. I saw Louis Reed. I saw Van Jones. I saw Jessica Jackson. I saw, what's her name, Vivica Fox. I saw Isaiah Washington. But I don't see any of them here today.
Come on, come on, come on.
A lot of people want to take a lot of credit for being criminal justice reform experts, criminal justice reform advocates, but to tell the truth, you didn't free nobody. Trump did. Kim Kardashian had the nerve to put up a tweet to say free Gunna. Gunna is a YSL rapper tied to the Young Thug case, charged with RICO, the same DA, the same charges. You put up a tweet and say free a known gangster in Atlanta, Georgia, but you won't put up a tweet and say free President Trump. And the only reason you getting any credit for freeing anybody is because President Donald J. Trump signed the papers. As a criminal justice reform advocate, somebody that's grateful to President Donald Trump for giving me a second chance, giving me an opportunity to run for Congress by clearing my record. Somebody who was completely oblivious to the corruption that happens in Atlanta, Georgia. I just wanted to do something for my community. I refuse to be silent. Not only will I stand for Atlanta, Georgia, not only will I stand for America, not only will I stand for the babies being aborted in the womb, not only will I stand for the mothers that choose life, I'm also going to stand with President Donald Trump.
Yeah.
We're going to pray just a second. That's my goddaughter, y'all.
Yeah.
I tell that girl to tell the truth and shame the devil, and she does that. Now, I said earlier at the press conference, be kind.
Yes.
You notice I didn't say be nice. I'm not nice. Not at all. But kind, Jesus kindly said, tell that fox, I cast out devils. So when we shout boo and don't let the other side talk, we cannot hear the powerful response that we got from the senator. If we had kept hollering boo, he never would have been able to answer the question.
Right.
Truth is stronger than boo.
Yeah.
So there's something that says, hold your peace. And it's hard. Because sometimes I just have to say it. One time, my pastor who passed away, his son is my pastor, not that good. I said, I just need to give him a piece of my mind.
Yeah.
He said, don't you need to keep all your mind? Can you afford to give away a piece of that? So when I didn't say be nice. Because you could be nice, nasty. That's real easy. But be kind.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's kind to get people to go ahead and pay for the consequences and go to jail, and you pray somebody comes into jail and gives them Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
actually kind. That's not mean. So when I say be kind, hold your peace, so that when God equips the senator or Angela or any of us, the kind committee that invited us here today, so that truth can be told. So just try to do that. Like I say, I try to be kind. Sometimes I miss it too. Now, we're going to do this and I'm done. I usually tell people, hold hands, it's too hot out here. You can give your neighbor a fist bump if you want to. Go ahead and do that. Let's do one round of this little light of mine, and let's do what's right.
Yeah.
Justice and righteousness. One little round and I'm through. This little light of mine, mean it. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Mean it from your heart. This little light of mine,
I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Pray for President Trump, America, yourself, your neighbors, and yeah, your enemies.
Yeah.
God bless you. Love y'all so much.
All right.
Thank you.
We're gonna, Brian Pritchard, why don't you come up here and say a few words real quick? It'll be the first time he's done something real quick. We're excited. It'll be the first time he's used a few words. Wait, this is the press here? Are they getting this? Here you go.
Hello, my name is Brian K. Pritchard. Since you mentioned the press, I noticed Mark Niecy's here from the AJC. Glad to have you today, Mark. I know you're searching for the truth because you've never written it in the AJC. Now that we're talking about the truth, you know, I said this morning to somebody I get in trouble every day, and they said, do I get out of trouble? So, I want to say this. Isn't that a beautiful capital?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, short and sweet. Short and sweet. You see, you look at my exterior, look around at your neighbor at the exterior. Everybody looks good today, right? But we don't know what it's in a man's heart.
Right.
Right?
Right.
We look at the exterior, everybody looks good. But we don't know what's in a man's heart. You don't know what's in my heart, but I'm about to tell you. Okay? You see, in that building, that's a beautiful exterior you own. It belongs to the people. It's beautiful. Look at it real close. That gold dome. But inside that building lurks the evil in the hearts of men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you understand that? Did you get that? One more time, the exterior. But inside lurks the evil of the hearts of men. Now, the only time your state representative, wherever you live, should be in fear, the only time your state senator, no matter where you live, should be in fear of retaliation, it's from you at your ballot box.
Yeah. We the people.
Not from anyone sitting in one of those offices that demand that they do it their way, regardless of how you feel. That's the only time that your representatives, your senators, or anyone should feel that fear is from you. So I'm going to close with this. You remember, you know my exterior, right? You don't know my heart. You see the exterior, but we know what's going on inside.
Yeah.
Bishop Patterson said, I don't know how a cow eats green grass and gives white milk.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Bishop Patterson said, I don't know how a cow eats green grass and gives white milk. So I don't know the mystery of how God takes a black heart, puts it in red blood, and pulls it out white as snow.
Yeah.
Did anybody catch on? We need a revival in that building, and Brian P. Kemp needs to lead a special session to defund Fani Willis. God bless you.
He did it. Garland, Favorito, where are you, my friend? Oh, he's chatting. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. Jenny Beth. Jenny Beth Martin, do it, girl. Here we go. Garland, you're on deck.
Thank you guys so much for being here. We're here today to right a wrong. When the district attorney indicted 19 people, many of them are our friends, in addition to President Trump. For trying to make sure our election was free and fair, she was wrong. When she said that the people who followed the advice of their legal counsel to ensure a free and fair election were actually engaging in a conspiracy to overthrow the elections, she was wrong. When she said people could not exercise their First Amendment rights to free speech and to petition the government for redress of grievances, she was wrong. It is wrong. It is wrong to persecute people for exercising their First Amendment rights to free speech, assembly, freedom to petition their government for redress of grievances. Those rights come from our Creator.
Yes.
Those rights come from God.
Yes.
The Constitution protects them. They are doing this because they want to scare you. They want to scare you so much that you'll stop speaking out. They want to scare you so much that you'll stop gathering together with your like-minded countrymen. They want to scare you so much that you will no longer express your concerns about an overbearing government. And they want to scare you so much that you will not want to get involved in our election processes to ensure they are free and fair and transparent. What they are doing is frightening. But now is the time for courage.
Yeah.
Now is the time to speak louder. Now is the time to gather in greater numbers. And now is the time to raise your concerns. Now is the time to get involved in the election process so we can secure the vote and we can win elections in 2024 and hold these freedom thieves accountable.
Yes.
No matter what this district attorney who's abusing her office of power does, I will not step down. I will not let her chill me. I will exercise my First Amendment rights to free speech, to freedom of assembly, and to petition my government for redress of grievances. And I urge all of you to do the same as you so choose, as the Constitution protects and as God wishes. Thank you so much for being here. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
Thank you.
I don't think anybody here does fear. That's really not our speed. We're not known for that. You know, I say a lot when I travel that we have representatives, but we don't have representation. I cannot tell you how many phone calls and emails I get a day saying primary, 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 going after the weak. I mean, if all the time I encourage people, these representatives are not great because they got elected. They're only great when they serve the will of the people. That's it. That's what makes a great leader. Not election results. Questionable election results. Okay, we're going to pick it up. We're going to give it over to Garland here and let him share for a couple of minutes. We have a few more speakers, and then we'll be wrapping up.
Thank you, Marion. Only a couple of minutes. I am here today with our supporters to support Senator Colton Moore's call for a special session to investigate Fani Willis and secure our elections in 2024. How many of you know voter GA? All right. So for the last 17 years, we've published extensive evidence of election fraud, errors, and irregularities in Georgia. It is all up on our website. Do you know what Colton Moore's fellow senators said about election integrity? No. Tell us. They said that they led the charge establishing Georgia as a national election integrity leader. That's what I thought. Where are they from? In 2020, Georgia suffered the most corrupt election in our history. We were victims of a multifaceted attack on our election. It included bribery, interference, ballot trafficking, electronic vote tampering, audit fraud, and voter manipulation, voter roll manipulation. So what did Fani Willis do about that? Yeah, she covered it up. She kept about 2 grand juries from knowing anything about that. Impeach! I was getting there. So Colton Moore's fellow senator said that the most appropriate venue, I got to read this one, to fully investigate actions taken by a district attorney is the new Prosecuting Attorneys Qualification Commission. No. What do you think about that? No. That's right. And Colton said it best today. He said they want to delegate their constitutional authority to a commission that's just going to get started in October. It's got no elected members, and it's likely going to be tied up in court for months. We cannot wait any longer for justice. We need a special session to investigate Fani Willis now, don't we? Colton Moore's fellow senators say it's not possible. We'll not get some more support of Democrats to call the session. Well, hey, look, I got news for them. You can impeach Fani Willis by a simple majority vote, and you've got the majority. Okay. Y'all know what Fani Willis has done, right? Yeah. So last Tuesday, we provided concrete evidence that Fani's 40-41 count indictment, that's hard to say, Fani's 40-41 count indictment of 19 victims who were mostly political adversaries. These aren't crimes, these are political adversaries, and we called it the worst case of prosecutorial misconduct in the history of America. Name me one that was worse. Well, y'all know what Governor Kemp said 2 days later. He said, I have not seen any evidence that D.A. Willis' actions or lack thereof warrant action by the prosecuting attorney's counsel. That tells you where that's going, doesn't it? Okay, so if he hasn't seen anything, Governor Kemp, let me give it to you today. You're probably right over there in the Capitol. Fani Willis claimed that true statements made about Georgia elections were false. What do you think about that? She criminalized free speech that is protected by the First Amendment of our Constitution. She alleged computer crimes against those who exposed voting system failure. She falsely charged those trying to protect potential witnesses of election crime. She falsely claimed forgery when people signed their own name to electors' documents. Forgery in Georgia means that you have to have a fictitious name. This is completely corrupt. And then finally, she criminalized all kinds of activities by the contingent electors. Let me just make sure that everyone knows. Contingent electors, where all of them are contingent, they were established on March 4th, 2020, and they are contingent up until the time that Donald Trump's lawsuit was withdrawn on January 7th. The reason it was withdrawn was because the same corrupt Fulton County never assigned a judge to it, and that's what happened in 1960. The same thing happened with JFK. JFK got a judge, and he ended up, his electors actually won. They sent that paperwork to Washington, and they actually won the 3 electoral votes back from Richard Nixon. Our electors did exactly the same thing that JFK's electors did. They were commended by the judge for having great intelligence, and we are prosecuted. The electors are prosecuted by a corrupt attorney in Georgia. So, the governor says that, so the bottom line of that is there's no such thing as a fake elector. What we've got here is tyrannical impartiality. It's the very definition of prosecutorial misconduct if you see the Georgia code. Governor Kemp says, as long as I'm governor, we're going to follow the Constitution regardlessly of who, and the law, regardless of who it helps politically. So I came all the way down here to the Capitol today to read the Constitution and the law to our governor, Governor Brian Kemp. Article 5, Section 2, Paragraph 2 of the Georgia Constitution states that the governor shall take care that the laws are faithfully executed. Fani Willis is not abiding by the law. She's violated the oath of office, and she needs to be investigated and removed. Governor Kemp's Attorney General has unbridled authority under the OCGA 45-15-17 to do this. He is authorized to institute and conduct investigations at any time into the affairs of the state. He's done nothing. And then finally, it falls to the Georgia House of Representatives. The House of Representatives has sole power to vote impeachment charges against any executive or judicial officer in the state. That includes Fani Willis. All right, I got one more thing that I have to say. I cannot let the Speaker of the House get away with the stuff that he has said to his House caucus. He said that all those charged are innocent until proven guilty, and it would be inappropriate for me to comment further. Mr. Speaker, it would be inappropriate to ignore the prosecutorial misconduct in indicting 19 political adversaries, most of whom are in your own political party. You're betraying your own political party. I'm not even a Republican. This is absurd. He said defunding the DA would attempt to interfere with the criminal justice system. It was Fani Willis who interfered with the criminal justice system when she politicized and weaponized the Georgia justice system against us. Mr. Speaker said it's unfortunate some would knowingly suggest a reckless course of action despite the devastating effects it would have. Mr. Speaker, the devastating effect is when Fani Willis starts coming against us, tens of thousands more Georgians, who has committed the same alleged crime as these 18 or 19 people who were indicted. Theatrics, he says theatrics sometimes garner more attention than human needs. He calls this theatrics. Well, okay, Mr. Speaker, we have a human need to be protected from a corrupt district attorney who can indict all of us on the same bogus charge that she filed against the 19 innocent people. You see, she is just not coming for them. She is coming for us. And we all know it. That's why we're here. Finally, the Speaker said removing the funding would have the unintended consequence of causing a delay or complete lack of prosecution of other serious offenses like murder, rape, armed robbery, gang prostitution, battery. This is the most insulting one to me as a resident of Fulton County. Mr. Speaker, those are the exact crimes that Fani Willis is not prosecuting now because she spent millions of dollars of our taxpayer money on a political witch hunt, which is totally unfounded in Georgia law. I really am wrapping up. So, I got a little carried away. The future of our, the Speaker said the future of our country is at stake in 2024, and that must be focused. I have to agree with him and Governor Kemp on that one. And Mr. Speaker, the future of our country is at stake. It's going to be lost if you don't secure our 2024 election and investigate Fani Willis. So my question for the Speaker is, who do you stand with? Do you stand with Colton Moore and legislators Charlize Byrd, or do you stand with Fani Willis? And now, I just want to close with this one. If I can risk my life and my livelihood as a Fulton County resident to stand up to a corrupt DA who has the power to have me charged and arrested because I live in Fulton County, Mr. Speaker and the Governor, you can stand up for your own Georgia constituents and the 19 innocent people who were falsely charged with crimes. Thank you. Come see Angie back there and get a shirt and help us out.
Thank you.
It's hard to believe what we're seeing. I mean, when you have Alan Dershowitz, leading legal mind, and diehard Democrat saying we have the greatest constitutional crisis our country's ever seen, why are we having to push our Republicans? It's unreal. Yes, they are. All right, Jared Craig, give us a couple of minutes of your expertise, friend. And Sam, you're next. And then we're going to wrap up with Charlize and Colton.
First off, I want to say thank you for letting me speak today. I'm here on behalf of Veterans for America First, also known as Veterans for Trump. A little bit closer. And we have endorsed Senator Colton Moore's efforts to call for the impeachment, the investigation of Fani Willis, and the prosecution that she is perpetuating that is riddled with problems. We are part of the Grassroots organization, as you are. We're no strangers here. You stated earlier, we're all family. Right. And we need to speak to our family. We need to get our family active. We need to get our family informed. And we are a small group here today, but we are much larger in operation. When we come to vote, we need to fill our cars. Every safety belt should be clicked with a person in it. So get to the primaries, get to the elections. But in the meantime, we need to support those people that are willing to stand up and do the noble work with the courage and integrity as Senator Moore and the Freedom Caucus. We need to stand behind them. We need to fund their campaigns and their efforts. Because if we don't act now to save our country, the rest of the world has no model to follow. I've traveled the world. I've lived in many other countries. I've worked for a foreign government. They rely on us for their notions of liberty. The country is looking at Georgia. The world is looking at the United States. Don't let them down. America first is the agenda. America first is the goal. And we are on the tip of the spear. Amen. Keep doing the work. Thank you for your efforts. And keep in touch.
Thank you. Hey, I got one question for you out there. How many of you will ever feel good about the way we vote in this state until it is totally changed? We got to totally change the way we vote. We need hand-marked paper ballots. We need to hand count them at the precinct. Now, Senator Moore and Representative Byrd need your help. And the reason I'm up here is for one thing. I want to challenge all y'all, to challenge all your friends, that they need to get out there and make these representatives that we have uncomfortable. That's right. Yeah. Saturday was a couple of weeks ago. I made Secretary of State Raffensperger uncomfortable. Yes, you did. And he ran from me. Look at me. Thank you. Then I had the opportunity to speak to Governor Kemp. And I made him so uncomfortable that he spoke the truth. So my challenge to y'all is to get out there and get your neighbors to get in the, I don't know, the space, the space of our representatives that are already in office, and make them uncomfortable and make them get in line and help Senator Moore and Representative Byrd. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. A lot of really good things come out of being uncomfortable. I can tell you that I've had 3 children. We can birth greatness, but Sam's right. You need to be able to sit down with your rep, look them in the eye, have the hard conversation, speak the truth. It's our duty as citizens. It really is. So I echo that. I encourage all of you to do that. All right, now we are going to wrap up with our 2 Freedom Heroes, Representative Charlie Byrd and Senator Colton Moore.
Georgia. Thank you all for being here. We have to remember that all rights come from God, not that gold dome. We are here once again to petition the governor and the leadership under that gold dome to have a special session to investigate Fani Willis. We cannot let our state become a state of rogue system. None whatsoever. We are running wild right now. We need you to continue to bring in more grassroots. Get out there. Make sure you are continuing to participate in the Georgia voter. Everything else that is out there. We need to defund and eventually, if appropriate, to impeach Fani Willis. No one under that Capitol has come out other than Colton and me. That is it. Out of 102 Republican House members, I am the only one. Make sure you let them know that you are upset and that they should be signing on to the petition as Colton and I have. Again, thank you all for being out here. Keep up the good work. We love warriors. And by the way, go Trump.
We love strong women.
So the only difference between Charlize and I is I've got 2 senators. She only has 1 over in the House herself. Senator Brandon Beach and I are the only 2. I was just talking to another senator coming out of the Capitol a minute ago, and he was upset with me. Ooh, he was mad. And I said, Senator, what I'm disappointed about is that you're more mad at me than you are District Attorney Fani Willis. My friends, I ask that you go back home, you contact your state rep, your state senator, and you ask them this question. Where do you draw a line in the sand? Where is it? Because right now, Fani Willis is spending millions of our taxpayer dollars to take on political prisoners, the most un-American thing that we've ever seen in our lifetimes. So ask them, where do you draw a line in the sand? My friends, thank you for coming. If I can ever be of assistance, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you.
Last thing, for real, last thing. We have people, I get calls from all over the country because people realize what's happening here in Georgia. They know all paths to the White House lead through Georgia. Conservatives all over the country are very concerned about what's happening. And they have taken upon themselves to put a letter together of freedom lovers in the faith-based community and in politics all over the country. Tamara, why don't you read this letter out? We're going to be dropping it on social media, but we just want to encourage you guys. We're not in this alone. Whether it's the House Freedom Caucus members in D.C., or these fighters, or these folks all around the country. So be encouraged before we head out.
Thank you. Senator Moore and Representative Byrd, we just want you to know you are not alone. So the people who have signed on to a letter that encourages the governor and the General Assembly to support Colton Moore and call for a special session are Philip Juregi, President of Judicial Action Group out of Washington, D.C. Dutch Sheets, President of Dutch Sheets Ministries. Carrie Lake. Cleta Mitchell, founder of Election Integrity Network. Garland Favorito, co-founder and president of Vote. Ricardo Davis, chairman of Constitution Party of Georgia. Rebecca Weber, the CEO of AMAC, which is the Association of Mature American Citizens. Rhonda Thomas, Fulton County Director of Citizens Defending Freedom. Sam Carnline and Phil Searcy, co-founders of Georgians for Truth. Jared Craig, Veterans for America First. Brian K. Pritchard, First Vice Chair of the Georgia GOP. David Cross, Second Vice Chair of Georgia GOP. And finally, Mallory Staples, Director of the State Freedom Caucus Network.
Folks, we got a lot of work to do. For the press that's out there, it's just ignoring all the evidence that we put out there. You can go to www.gaballots.com. This is for the guys at the AP. This is for the guys at the AJC. This is for WSB. Go on there. There's at least 4 front-page news stories that are on there that you're not reporting. Fulton County had 315,000 ballot images that were deleted. Nothing has been done. The Secretary of State's office has ignored us. The State Election Board has ignored us. Raffensperger has ignored us. He will not even meet with us to take a look at what's going on over there.
That's a fact. It's tyranny.
We found 3 triple scanned ballots in Gwinnett County for 2020. There's 185 more that are duplicate counted. The law says, in Georgia, the law says that the machines must accurately count every vote. Not some, not most, all.
That's right.
The law also states that if it does not count properly, that the Secretary of State shall revoke the system. That's 21-2-368 for anybody who's listening about Georgia code. The law is not being followed in Georgia, and you're going to have to reach out to the politicians who are out there, ring on them every day, contact Brian Kemp, make them follow the law.
That's right.
It's their job. Thank you.
Thank you, David!
I came up early, Brian K. Pritchard. I didn't say this earlier, but I'm the first vice chair of the Georgia Republican Party. The reason I was up here is because I will always stand next to. Now remember that. Look next to you, left and right. I will always stand next to and with my friend, the second vice chair of the Republican Party, David Cross. The both of us together need you standing next to us because we won't stop.
That's right.
And I forgot to say something earlier because the media is still here and I might still get this in the paper. But I get a lot of grief and they say you never say anything negative about a Democrat. You never say a negative word about a Democrat. I do. I never fail to mention Brian Kemp, Brad Raffensperger, and Chris Carr.
Thank you! Thank you!
He's absolutely right. Folks, contact Brian Kemp. Do you know how much money Brian Kemp has given to the Electors Fund? $0. Zero. Do you know how much he's given to the Georgia GOP this year? $0. Contact his office, embarrass him into giving money to support our electors, our lawful electors, not the fake ones that the media wants you to think they are. Hawaii 1960, the precedent was set. They were lawful electors according to the Electoral College Act. And the media will not tell that story.
No, they won't. It's
Mallory,
not beneficial.
I'm done.
And they're sponsored.
Thank you, David!
All right, Warriors, go forth and conquer. We love y'all. Thank you for being here today, and we'll be in touch. Don't let up.
Thumbs up. Make America great again. Got that on camera. I love it.